Now, when you was under 18, were you going in and out of juvenile hall or YA at any point before you turned 18?
Mm-hmm. I already had yeah, for sure. Like already did probably like 3 or 4 CAP programs. Yep, it hit YA. So I got kicked out of YA. I got my YA number turned to a dope number, and from YA, I got sent to Pelican Bay.
Oh, okay. So you went into YA under 18, and then when you were about 18, 19, they transferred you to Pelican Bay on the same case.
Yep.
Okay. So what can you tell us about what you got arrested for that sent you to YA?
I got arrested. I went to YA for a gun. I went to YA for a gun. For a gun. So I went for a gun. They had found a little gun. Went to YA for like a 40 Glock and a 12 gauge. And so basically, I had a judge named Miss Brown, Amber Brown. You feel me? She was a cool judge, like a black sweet judge, like. So she used to try to give me chance after chance, you feel me? Like, 'cause I ain't gonna even lie, like as many camp program and chances as I had, like any other judge would have been sent me to California Youth Authority. So, like, when I got arrested for those guns and went down, Miss Brown was on vacation, and I had a substitute stand-in judge. And once this judge looked at my portfolio and seen my rap sheet, this judge was like, "I don't know how Brown ain't sent you to CYA already, but you going today?" And I was sentenced to CYA, like for sure. Like, you going to CYA today? I don't know how you been, how you ain't been there already. So.
So how old were you when you went to to YA?
What I think I was 16.
Okay,
16.
so you had to stay there for about. Now, I don't think the plan was to transfer you to state prison, right? That wasn't the original sentence.
No, I was supposed to finish it out. But you know, in YA, every time you have a fight, YA active. Like, so if you've been in YA and you didn't have no fights, I don't care how active you think you is or how tough you think you is. Like, you gonna have some squabbles. So YA, that's like gladiator school, and it's a lot of kids playing mind games, and like you even had older guys because you can be up to 25 in YA on your number. So it was like a lot of games, like a lot of mind games, is played in YA, and people gonna test your nuts. So in YA, you definitely gonna do that. If you don't do that, you gonna be somebody. You know what I'm saying? You gonna
So you were 16 when you first hit YA.
Yeah.
Were you one of the younger ones? Or actually, they separate you up by age, right?
No, I was with everybody, but like if you probably like 13, 14, them dudes, they go to OH close. They separated, but anything probably like for sure 16, they look, because you can get tried as an adult at 16, so 16 you grown for sure.
So we're talking about like Preston?
I've been to Preston for sure. Definitely was at Preston, tore Preston up, for sure. They know me at Preston. I ran Preston. That was my spot. Oh yeah, definitely. That's where I got transferred up out of there, out of Preston.
And,
yeah.
Explain to those that are watching this from outside of California, outside the country, YA is kind of structured like a mini prison. It's as close as you're going to get to prison without going to prison. Explain what that is for those that never been there.
Man, how can I like explain YA in a nutshell, like for people who ain't been there? Like, man, like it's just like it's a lot of mind games. Like people play mind games, gonna try to spin you up. Like, you know, it's just like it's gladiator school. So just be prepared to fight. If you don't fight, then like I said, then you're gonna be called what's a case. You're gonna have to pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like rightfully to say that you somebody BITCH. Like, you're going to have to pay them, you know what I'm saying, weekly wages, you know what I'm saying, to be around, or you going to be in lockup, you know what I'm saying? And just like if you got an enemy, you got to fight your enemy. So anybody from a hood that you don't get along with, you got to fight them. And it'll be stuff like this. I can be cool with you. If I'm cool with you and you can be from a different hood, I call you my Ronfly, you my boy. Whoever you fight, they gotta fight me. So it'd be situations like that. I'll probably fight you and don't got a problem with your boy. Man, his hood don't beef, but because you and him are tight buddies, now I gotta get down with him. You know what I'm saying? So people just like play all type of games. They so if you hear the term, oh, throw a blast, that's where that term comes from. So like in YA, people do a lot of, in the day room, they got TVs in the day room. People go in the day room when they want to address certain things or address disrespect. They're turning TV off. Hey, radio the day room. you know what I'm saying, and say what they gotta say and stuff like that. So it's like savagery. It's like juvenile savagery. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's knives in there, but pretty much, you know, you can get stabbed in there, but a lot of the times, you know, more things or more fights, you know what I'm saying, and get racial in there, you know what I'm saying, you get a green light put on you to where you go to certain compounds, you're gonna be fighting every South Side or Mexican you run into, or North A or black or whatever the case may be. So it's just like it's a cold dynamic, you know what I'm saying, for that teenage mind state, trying to get you ready for the prison, and you know what I'm saying, the chess playing games, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So
a few months ago, the news showed a video of a juvenile fighting while an administrator was just standing there and not doing nothing. And then after the fight was over, the administrator shook the hand of one of the dudes that was in the fight, like, you did your thing.
yeah,
This is an administrator.
Yeah,
And they
for
put this
sure.
on the news. They blasted it. Talk about how the administrators they don't really police the conflict in there.
so
Surveillance video going viral tonight. This video from inside the troubled Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall in Downey. It shows multiple juveniles targeting and fighting with another detainee, all while a number of L.A. County probation officers just look on. That video played in an L.A. courtroom yesterday and first obtained by the L.A. Times. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher joining us live now with more on that disturbing video and the outrage it's generating. Michelle.
Well, Mark, following this incident, 8 staff members now on leave at risk of permanently losing their jobs for seemingly encouraging this bad behavior. And it all plays out in this troubling surveillance video.
The release of shocking video inside Downey's Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall has the troubled detention center tonight back in the headlines. Probation staff seemingly encouraging a gladiator fight, watching with little to no intervention, as detainees one by one take turns beating another young man, each taking a couple of swings, then sitting down to eat. A probation officer at the end giving an approving handshake following the last fight.
I like what I gotta keep it A1, you feel me, Alex, because, you know, salute to the administrators, you feel me, because a lot of people might not understand this. Like, now, if your child in there getting their feet whooped or getting harmed, of course you gonna cry blasphemy and try to file a civil suit and stuff like this, or my child is a juvenile. But let's keep it A1. Like, if your child out here gang banging in these streets, shooting people, walking around with a gun, like, it ain't no different when they come inside these juvenile hall systems. It just is what it is. I'm not gonna sit there and play with you, because I've been through that. I've been that person who has shook it up with the administration, you know what I'm saying, after whooping some ass. Like, it is what it is. And if I would have had got my ass whooped, would I would have been mad at them? No, because I'm a gangbanger and I'm in here gang banging, and we can go live and fight, but a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, be trying to get it out the way. So a lot of dudes that have that rapport with the administration to where you can fight in a blind spot to where you ain't got to get a write-up. So it ain't just that, like, the administration, how people trying to blame it on the administration, like they setting fights up. Like, no, I was in there, they wasn't setting shit up. I was setting it up. I was going to them like, hey, look, I could tear the jail up, tear the day room up, and have you writing reports and doing what you got to do. But if I can go in the cell with this dude or get it out in the cut, let me go get it out the way. And, you know, a lot of them was for that. Like, man, all right, you know, some of them be like, man, oh, man, no, y'all gonna have to wait till Wooty Woo come on or another board of staff come on. And some dudes, like, understood that. So that's all that be. It ain't that they just setting it up, you feel me? And some of them might come to you like, hey, look, y'all enemies. I don't want to do no paperwork. If y'all want to be man and handle it, I'm going to let y'all get down. And that's what that situation be, versus it getting caught on camera and people just trying to act like they making kids fight in there. That ain't what that is.
I also could imagine that some kids that go to YA getting their ass beat in there, they're learning a lesson about maybe this ain't the life I want to live, and it could help them deter and pivot into a different lifestyle once they get out. They're like, I don't want to go back to YA. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. Like, cause you gotta withstand the test of time, and it's like, is this your lead? Is you with it or you ain't with it? And a lot of dudes get marked out, and a lot of dudes that was tough, you know, get turned pillows, and a lot of dudes, you know, stand on it. You know, like, man, it's just what it is. You feel me? So, just like, man, I think any place in jail, like, and I'm past from juvenile hall, camp, every spot I've been to, like, I think it say, like, to where it comes to me handling my business, or you standing on the thin line of disrespect and respect, like, I'm past with flying colors, but I'm not trying to be in no jail system.